Welcome to the Victory Formation Lounge podcast, a pro football concentrated podcast that discusses NFL games week to week.
Welcome. We're back.
He's in hiding
Formation
already.
Lounge podcast. Division playoff round review. I am the Black Jim Irsay.
All pro Fred Warner. Zeus for the Niners. Still here. Still playing.
Still alive.
Off season. We them boys.
Now y'all were them boys.
Yikes.
Kwaku, it's a Philly thing.
We'll
Looking
jump right
good.
into it then, fellas. Huh?
Yeah.
See you soon.
Let's start with the first game, which was the Jaguars at the Chiefs.
Dude, that Mahomes injury, when it happened, I thought his leg broke.
Damn.
I thought so too, man.
They
There was a
pumped
lot of
him up.
twisting.
They gave him enough morphine. He probably couldn't even feel his ankle. But
At some point, I thought he was going to hurt his team by continuing to play. You know.
yeah. But I think without him, they wouldn't have won. I think Jacksonville would have figured out Henny eventually,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I agree.
probably would have cost him because it was a close game. So he had to play. So
How many picks did Trevor throw? 3?
I think it was 3, right?
3.
He threw 3 picks again?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them were early too. Actually,
Damn, dog.
yeah.
That's what he likes to do. Throw him early and then
Come
Oh,
on.
he only threw one. He only
Oh, you only threw one?
He only threw one. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he threw more than them.
Yeah, he only threw one.
if it wasn't for that injury, the game wouldn't have been as close.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think Mahomes was on fire early.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a good game. Jacksonville gave him, like I said, Jacksonville is very, very, very talented, top to bottom. They got talent on both sides of the ball. Just very young and inexperienced, so
Yes.
they'll come good over time as long as Dougie keeps them in this trajectory. They should be good, you know.
He's definitely going to be in the discussion for Coach of the Year. Like, he's done a good job with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because considering where they were last year at this time,
Oh man, I bet you before the season, a lot of teams looked on their schedule and they're like, "Yeah, Jacksonville."
yeah, Jacksonville, that's a win. Yeah, no, for real.
Like you guys.
For real.
Colts look at that as a guaranteed loss. At least they got a tie on the first one.
Yeah, and we're able to split this year. And actually, we always split. Actually,
Is it a split if y'all tie one, or is it technically like a 3/4?
no, we shut them out the second game. What are you talking about? They didn't score a single point in the second game.
Oh,
yeah, we destroyed them in the
it's
second game. That was
it's
like when that
3/4.
was like the best game of our season. Like we literally beat them like 20-something-0 or something like that. So, but they always give us a tough time, especially in Jacksonville. So, but they're on the right. They're in the right direction. Very young team, very talented team, and what's his face is going to join them next year. More receiving threats. The dude from
Ridley?
Atlanta. Ridley, yeah.
Oh,
Calvin
yeah,
Ridley.
really, yeah.
Calvin
I
Ridley.
keep forgetting that trade, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So it should be interesting. But I mean, it wasn't anything that we didn't expect. Everybody can pretty much run the ball on the Chiefs. It's about how to minimize Mahomes' opportunities in order to win, and Jacksonville wasn't able to do that enough. And
But I mean, let's still take a step back and look at what the Chiefs have done, though. Like they've been to the championship game nearly every year.
for
I
last
know.
4 straight years, right? 4 straight years?
Ridiculous.
5, right?
I mean,
like the New Age
that's
Patriots.
Andy Reid. That's
Yo,
like an Andy Reid thing.
Andy Reid. He's
Oh,
done
yeah,
that.
he did do that in the
He was
NFC.
in
Well,
Philly. He did that in Philly a lot.
He did.
But
Three
yeah, but I
times in a
mean,
row.
In the early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah,
he had
three times,
what,
and the fourth time he went in.
this is ridiculous though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won a Super Bowl, so
That's a lot of cheese. I don't want to talk about it. That's a lot of cheeseburgers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
No, but I mean, like this year they lost Tyreek Hill, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're gonna take a step back."
I actually thought they'd be better. Because,
They were better.
They spread the
yeah,
ball.
because
not
I
relying.
thought it'll force them to distribute the ball more. They're harder to game plan because they don't know who the ball's, and that kind of was what happened.
Yeah,
I actually thought Tyreek Hill would drop off, but he was the one that surprised me.
He also played well, yeah.
and McKinnon,
he balled
McKinnon
out.
came back.
And
to
the thing
be
is,
McKinnon.
Yeah.
the thing is, Andy Reid likes to distribute the ball. He's not used to having like one superstar for an extended period of time. Tyreek Hill was like probably the longest superstar wide receiver he's had. I mean, look at the history. T.O., 2 years, boom, gone. Deshaun, I mean, he was with Deshaun for a little bit, but Deshaun was injury prone towards the end.
It's
He's not
usually
used to-
it's usually like
Fred X.
it's usually running backs that he thrives
It's
with.
running backs that he holds on to. He
Yeah.
doesn't hold on to wide receivers for
And they're usually two-dimensional.
He
Like,
uses
you
the
can't-
running back as wide receivers, yeah.
Westbrook.
Yeah, he throws.
Westbrook was
He's
a
not
killer.
a running coach.
Westbrook was
West-
a killer.
Westbrook.
Wow, Westbrook
Deuce
was
And
a
then
killer.
Shady was
Waters.
another killer.
Don't
Yeah.
forget, he had Ricky
Ricky
Waters.
Waters was
Ricky
Andy
Waters.
Reid.
Yeah, Ricky Waters,
Was
yeah.
he-
Deuce was a killer
Yeah.
too.
Deuce would just run over motherfuckers.
Deuce was a
Mhm.
one-man
Deuce,
offense for a
Deuce.
while. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Deuce was
Fucking
Deuce
man.
was crazy. I'm surprised
Yeah.
he's not getting head coaching consideration. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was a killer.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a lot of
the enemy isn't either. Well, finally he is, but
Is he?
No, he's not.
He's
They
getting
just gotta use
interviewed.
him.
that's it.
He
Deuce
got
is
interviews
cool.
last year
He
too.
only
right?
interviewed with the Colts.
Yeah, just us, right?
Yeah, he's not gonna get that job. I feel like I know who's gonna get that job.
It's
He's probably gonna go to Jeff.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Nah, Dan Quinn's going. He might go to Denver.
I'll be pissed if he
If
comes
Sean
to
doesn't go to Denver, yeah, he might go to Denver.
I don't think Sean may not go because of Russell Wilson, but I could see him not going because of that.
who
And
knows.
he wants total control. Like,
You never know.
Sean wants total control.
But you never
You
know.
don't get
I
that
mean,
in Denver. Maybe
even
Indy.
though Jerry has given a boost of confidence to McCarthy, him and Steven apparently canceled all their plans
shows
for
today,
this week
yeah.
and just have like kind of dropped off. So who knows? They might
I
just
don't.
say,
If
"Fuck it, Sean, do your shit."
I think Kellen is in trouble. Kellen Moore.
Kellen is the one that might get fired, or if he sees that Dan, like you said, if he sees that Dan is like, if he sees that Dan Quinn is getting pulled, he might be like, okay, I'll give you the head coaching job.
See that I was thinking about that, but I'm like,
See,
is Dan gonna take the job? You know?
Carolina.
Who?
Nope.
Dan?
Kellen Moore just interviewed with Carolina.
Yeah, we're praying they hire him. Yeah.
Yeah, but they might. I think Carolina might be Sean
Yeah, bro.
Steichen. Steve Steichen. I think he's one of the front runners right now.
Yeah, we interviewed him too, I think.
Who's Steichen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steichen has had like 4 interviews. Like,
We've interviewed like 11 or 12 people. And like we're
I hope
waiting
he doesn't go
for
to Arizona.
we're waiting for the Niners to go through, and then we'll interview D'Amico as well.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think
yeah, 'cause he canceled Young
Sean
last
Payton.
week.
The only thing holding the move back is you have to also put up a first round draft pick.
I
And the
actually
Saints don't,
would-
and the Saints don't have one, so that
I
would be.
prefer-
Yeah.
if it was up to me, but man, I really don't give a shit. But I'm so jaded. I don't give a shit right now. But I would love D'Amico Ryans to be the head coach of the Colts. I like what he brings to the table.
I can see him getting that job because of the defense. I can see him getting that job because of the defense. Because of your
But
defense.
yeah, but at
You
the
guys
same
have the
time,
pieces.
since we're drafting a rookie quarterback, they might want to
An offensive court.
they might want exactly an
head coach,
offensive
yeah.
mind. So I'm not
All I
sure.
know, all I know is I hope we could just keep D'Amico for one more year.
Dude,
I hope they
don't
take
think
all
they'll
your
be able to
players
keep
and
him.
all your coaches.
Hey, we'll
I don't
take
think
all
they-
the compensatory picks that anybody wants to give us.
I don't think you guys would keep D'Amico. I mean, I think he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, D'Amico's gone for sure.
I think he's
think
gone
he's
this
gone.
year. Yeah. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just don't know who we
He's,
have.
he's about to interview with the
Take over
Texans
for
too, and he has a home there. Yeah,
Yep.
man, he's gone.
Yep. And
Even though I want them to take
got people-
Jonathan Gannon. I
you
want
got
them to
people
take
like
Gannon.
you got people like JJ Watt, you know, out
saying
here
that he's the greatest.
trying to recruit him. I remember D'Amico Ryans very well in the AFC
Oh, yeah.
South. He used to play against Peyton twice. I remember he was a very good linebacker.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
linebacker.
good.
Yeah.
He was
They
very.
sucked,
When he was,
but he
even
was
when
good. They sucked at
even
that.
when-
That's when they had
yeah.
David Carr. He was there around that
Even
time.
when it was with the Eagles, like
He was good with the Eagles too.
Diagnose
Yeah.
a play quick.
Yeah.
He's a smart motherfucker.
He was one of the leaders on
Mhm.
the Texans when he was with the Texans. So
His
I remember him
adjust-
very well.
the biggest thing for that, his adjustments at halftime. I mean, there's something to be said about going 7 straight games in the NFL without giving up points in the second half.
Okay, that's gangster.
That's
In this modern era, that's gangster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to him for real. But yeah, on to the next game. I believe it was the Eagles, right? I actually called an upset on this. I definitely put the foot in my mouth, man. Pause. But
What, you put the whole leg.
Put it out.
yeah,
Check it out. Rex put his
thighs
foot
and
in
all,
there
thighs
too
and
and
all,
check it out.
dog. Thighs and all. But Quake, how you feel about this? You go ahead and break this one down because this was.
I mean,
This
I
was-
thought it
this
was going
was-
to be a close game.
this was
I
like a
knew we were
preview
going to
game.
win. I knew we were going to win. I thought it was going to be very close, but the moment he hit that first one, I was like, you know what? Yeah, they about to kill him. You know, because first it was a touchdown, and then it was the turnover on downs, and then I think the interception. So it's like boom, 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 boom. They just started scoring. I'm like, okay, these guys and Danny Dimes, like I said in the beginning, we are not the Minnesota Vikings. Like they were getting at him. I mean, the defense played lights out. It would have sucked if the defense played lights out and Nick Sirianni did not make adjustments on offense. I mean, they threw at the beginning and then they started running. I mean, 295 yards, I think, on the ground.
That's ridiculous.
You know, I mean, and Jalen was just like at times when Jalen was running, I'm like, yo, get down. And then like you get hit and then he'll just get up. I'm like, okay, this dude must be tough as nails. Yep. I'm like, you know,
Yeah,
so I mean,
he's
overall,
gonna be the
I think
MVP
we
this year, I
played-
think.
He has to be MVP.
He has to be. I mean, they're not going to give it to
Mahomes.
him. I don't think they'll give it to him.
I think they will.
I
You
think
know
they give
why?
it to Mahomes.
They've been trying to give it to
game.
Mahomes.
Take
No.
Jalen Hurts off of this Eagles team, and they lost 3 games.
Yeah.
It's-
Look at
yeah,
look
it
at
is.
look at
Mahomes
you gotta
opportunity.
look at what they were last year and what they are now, and the part that he plays. He's probably gonna win the MVP.
His
But the thing
completion.
is
Whereas
this, though,
Mahomes,
No, I think they give it to Mahomes because he
I would
missed
have
games.
said yeah, but they're
Man,
going to
fuck
give. The thing
Mahomes.
is, no, America wants Mahomes.
Fuck
Like
Mahomes.
the whole
He
NFL.
puts ketchup
I
on
would give it to
steak.
Jalen.
That's a
I would give
crime.
it. I would give it to Jalen because
Me
after
too.
what Michael Parsons said about, you know, oh, Jalen is the system. Well, Jalen left. Minshew got slapped in the face left and right. Lost 2 games. Jalen came back and won 2 and pretty much upset the Giants. And the Giants are a pretty good team. They have a very strong defense. So yeah, I would give it to Jalen. However, some people up there, probably some corrupt system is probably going to try and give it to Mahomes.
It's his brother TikTok dancing and shit in front of Goodell's office.
so they might give it to Mahomes just because they will
From
say,
a political standpoint.
and then they'll have the argument that he lost Tyreek Hill and he still put up numbers. So
Yeah, I think it's because Jalen missed games. That's why.
And that's what it is. It's because he missed games. So they not.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Mahomes
Yeah.
already has one. Fuck that.
they might do
Mahomes
the,
already has one, but he,
Never know.
Mahomes
He
is
might
America's
have-
child, man.
we might have
Mahomes
a
is-
co-MVP like we did in 03. You
Oh
never know.
yeah, you
They
remember
have
that?
that.
Yeah.
They
Was
might
it
try
Brett-
that because I'm sure a lot of people will vote for Jalen, and they
It was
might try to do the
it was
whole
McNair
cool-
Manning that won it
Oh
that year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Same here, man.
I didn't think it would be that big. This shit was an ass whooping.
This was a
And I
blow-
think
this
I
was
think
a
you
big-
exposed the Giants to the lack of receiving threats. They don't have nothing.
Their
Like,
best receiver is playing for the Chiefs.
yeah, now exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Not only that, they were doing a lot of talking.
I mean, but it's a
we'll
huge
see
talent
in 2
gap,
weeks.
though.
Here's the thing, but
Huge.
in the
Huge
week
talent
leading
gap,
up,
yeah.
you didn't hear shit coming from the Philly camp at all. But all you saw from the Giants camp was Daniel Jones is dancing the gritty in practice.
Yeah.
It's like we're
Like
happy
that.
to be here. Yay.
Yeah,
Nah, y'all
Gritty.
just got smoked.
Yep.
like bouncing to music and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude. And they're talking about, and apparently the thing is, when they came to Philly, they said we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. So Nick Sirianni used that bulletin board material. Like, they say they gonna see y'all in 2 weeks. Talking about how, like, we played our second and third stringers against you. I'm like, dude, we had a vanilla game plan when we saw that you weren't playing your starters. So now, can somebody explain it to me now? Because it was a vanilla game plan. Because if I'm not gonna if you're not playing your starters, I'm not gonna put my whole game plan out there for you to see it in 2 weeks.
Nah, I mean the part that surprised me was it's a division team, right? Usually they're supposed to be close. Those games are close because you know each other. So because Philly already blew them out once this year.
The first game, right?
The first game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, to get blown out again. It's like, did you guys not watch tape?
I think it goes back.
They
to
were
your
doing the
point.
gritty.
I think it goes back to your point. It will like
The talent
there's
gap.
a huge talent gap.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's not even
It's
close.
huge.
Like so.
Yeah. Because
I wonder if they're gonna
Dabo
come
is
back.
good as a coach, but I don't think he's good as a coach. But I think they're just missing a lot of pieces. Even on
they don't
defense,
have the talent.
their linebackers are terrible.
I think he was improvising for the lack of talent.
Yeah.
Later on in the year, like they were doing all kinds of trick plays, and they don't have shit.
Did Daniel Jones catch a touchdown pass late in the season too?
Yeah.
But you also got to think they were 2-5 in their last 7 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the other thing too is like Philly just run on them. That was just our talent is better than your talent.
Just like
they just changed it.
They changed it. We're just gonna run on you. You can't stop us.
I just noticed your name is Ursay in this shit.
Yeah.
You popping pills and staying too long in people's bathrooms there, bud?
Yep. I was just in D'Amico Ryan's bathroom.
Hey,
what was you doing? What was you doing in McDaniel's bathroom?
Why don't y'all do McDaniel's bathroom?
We're trying to recruit D'Amico. Hopefully, his wife doesn't deter him from coming to Indy. Because I took some real good shit in there.
She probably gonna see Mike Pence and be like, "Nah, I don't want to come here."
But I anticipate they're gonna draft tight ends, wide receivers, and they're probably trying to recruit OBJ again because that's their sweetheart or whatever. I won't be surprised.
I mean, they'll be a better team next year. They overachieved this year, though.
I was reading
space. I think
I was reading they were trying to short ball Saquon to $12 million. He was like, hell no. So
what does he want?
I don't know.
He needs to take it, man. We don't.
No one is paying a running back more than 12.
Bro, he needs to take it because Miles Sanders is also going to come up expensive, man. If he doesn't, because whatever Saquon
pay Daniel
gets,
Jones something, probably like they're probably going to give Daniel
35.
Jones like 20 to 30 a year, which
I think he's going to turn
he's
it
gonna
down.
get
He could get more.
That's
He'd probably get 35 to 40.
If Kirk Cousins,
crazy.
40?
That's just that.
Well, wait. All Danny Jones has to do is, how much is Kirk Cousins getting paid? I beat this dude. Cousins is getting paid 40.
Fuck.
Yeah. He's definitely not getting Jalen Hurts money, but
he's going to get at least 35.
Y'all know how much Brock Purdy is making? $970,000. And he lives with 2 roommates.
It's peak.
Piccadilly
Circus, man.
Hey, maybe my conspiracy theory would come true. The NFL wants to devalue the damn out of control contracts for these quarterbacks and let Mr. Irrelevant win the goddamn Super Bowl. But NFL script writers, listen to me.
This is why I'm saying Mahomes is going to win the MVP. You look at the quarterbacks remaining; they're all on rookie contracts.
Exactly.
All the vets are taking all the money. Their teams can't get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these big contracts for no teams with big contracts. Their quarterbacks.
I mean, the salary cap is going up. I don't know by how much, but hopefully
it goes
it's going
up like
by
$8 to $10 million a year. But these quarterbacks,
they're talking about going up more though, isn't it? Like when they talking about it going up by like at least 20 to 30.
Quarterbacks are asking for more too. They're still going to take a third.
Oh yeah, quarterbacks. I mean, that's why even with the Eagles, I'm afraid because Jalen is up whether you like it or not. He's up after this season.
Once they get paid, it's like
no, it's true.
That's why when you pay a quarterback, you better have a GM that is very good at drafting because if you're Howie has improved, but back in the day, it's like, dude, fire Truckman and all of them are getting drafted. You got to be like a John Lynch or somebody who has experience, like who's good at drafting.
Yeah, he wasn't good at first, man. I mean, we have Reuben Foster and Solomon.
Someone made the argument. Someone made the argument that remember how people came for Irsay when he hired Saturday of no experience. The same thing happens in the GM realm. For instance, like the Niners hired Lynch. He had zero experience. It's the same thing, but we don't really pay attention to that because it's a higher up thing. But someone made that argument. It was valid, actually. But
Lynch, the Raiders.
Coaching will be different from GMs, though. Wouldn't you look at coaching different from GM? Because GM,
you know how GMs come? GMs come from like recruitment.
Yeah,
a lot of them start as like
player personnel.
Player personnel. They start from the bottom too, just like coaches.
Pro personnel,
much parallel.
Mike Mayock.
Scouting.
Is it Mike Mayo?
They start with scouting and they start moving up. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Hey, but everybody said Lynch had one of those minds, even as a player, though, to recognize talent.
Again, it's the same thing, though. It's
but
the same thing. Like, he had zero experience. But he proved everybody wrong. So if Saturday had done the same thing, where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's that because Howie wasn't a scout. I mean, I know his background is in law. He's an attorney, so like.
Yeah,
he's
so
good with numbers.
He was probably he had experience with like
with the cap numbers.
With cap contracts.
That's what that was.
Lynch Lynch was just a player. He had no experience in that realm.
See, Lynch doesn't do any of that stuff. We have so many others surrounding Lynch. Like Parag Monty is the one that does our numbers. That motherfucker, a genius.
Yeah,
he's not as good as whatever the Rams did.
I know the Rams one. He's a thief,
right?
Yo, I think he probably just. I don't know if he's doing how he would backload the back of a contract. Like it ain't nothing.
He's shifting numbers around.
I'm not even trying to knock Lynch because he's a very good GM. He's proven that so far. So it just goes to kind of contradict the whole thing about experience is everything. Like. Some people are just good at what they do, at leading men. The people are just good at leading men. So
but I think the combination of Lynch and Shanahan is what's making it run, though.
Correct.
Because they've also known each other since the Denver.
But then Lynch is also responsible for hiring Shanahan, right?
Well, they both.
Yeah, I mean, Lynch played for his dad.
I think it was
came in the same time.
Yeah,
they both.
And Lynch played for his dad.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
It was a package deal. Kind of.
It was a package deal. Right after that Super Bowl, it was basically John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan told Jed York that, like, we'll come together.
Mm-hmm.
But if this leaks, we're not coming because there was an issue with the 49
probably worked it behind the scenes before they came in.
Yeah. And so that's why when they both came in, they got matching deals. And when they got extensions, they got matching extensions. And, like, when we hired John Lynch, I was even like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Another example is John Elway.
Awful.
Same shit. It's the same shit.
He's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like nobody really talks about it like that because nobody pays attention to that.
Well, he drafts
other players. But John Lynch's problem is quarterbacks, though. Like he's getting other positions right, but for the quarterback position, it's like. And he played the quarterback position, but he's not getting it right.
How do you go from Brock Osweiler to Paxton Lynch?
How he's a quarterback? How is he getting that right?
That's what I'm saying. He's getting every other position right.
The same reason Michael Jordan drafted Kwame Brown.
Wait, he logged into Peyton Manning. Then he won the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
he got lucky with that.
Yeah,
but after that,
because it was between the Broncos and us to get Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
God, we were so close to getting Peyton Manning.
But shout out to P
You
Money, man.
get
That's
Tom
my
Brady.
guy.
Fuck Tom Brady. Avocado ice cream.
Okay, so next game we have the Bengals at the Bills. I kind of knew this was going to happen, but they also destroyed the Bills at home.
yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow, he like when it comes like to win and be done, he balls.
I called it last week though. I said between the two of them, I feel like Joe Burrow is the more seasoned of the two. Like,
fuck yeah,
he is.
Joe,
back-to-back championship games, man.
Was that?
Back-to-back championship games.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that since Kenny Anderson.
He is
this
that dude with no
He's
O-line.
got it. He's got with no O-line.
No
O-line.
He is like Jalen Hurts. Like, he has a straight face throughout. Like, dude, like, could you smile a little bit? He's cold. And he's cold, man. And he will light it up. I mean, I see why like last year he was gunning for Jamar Chase. Like, dude, get me that dude.
Yeah, like a lot of people just, it's like everybody's like Mahomes and Josh Allen. This motherfucker is in that conversation too.
Nah, he's that dude, man.
He's in that conversation too. Like, straight up.
Because he even said, why the heck are y'all selling tickets for Atlanta? Wait, like, you forgot about us?
Get them refunds, bro.
I feel so bad for them. Why are they not playing on a neutral site? Why couldn't they get a number 1 seed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cincinnati?
Yeah. Why did the NFL say if the Bills make it, then they'll play on a neutral site? But how about Cincy? Cincy could have won that game too.
Yep.
That's why Cincy. That's why Zach Taylor was saying, like, dude, I'm getting ready to go play in Kansas City. Screw that.
My man,
Mahomes hasn't beaten him though, right?
No. Joe Burrow's 3-0.
Like 7-0 or whatever.
He's probably gonna lose again.
Yeah,
he's 7-0 against those two.
Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
He's 7-0 against Mahomes and
Allen.
He has not lost to either one of them yet.
Somebody was saying they're going to play at Burrowhead Stadium.
Good one there.
I mean, as long as Eli Apple stops talking,
he should never talk. Eli Apple.
He's still talking, man. He was still talking shit to Stephon Diggs.
She's dope.
He said Cancun on 3.
His mom is tough, man.
I saw she was tweeting when he made that last play of the game. When it was over.
Yo, I need
She's
to.
in Ghana though, right?
Since my other Twitter got suspended, I need to follow her.
She lives in Ghana, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Stephon Diggs, man. Is he requesting another trade? Like, what's going on?
Nah, he's just mad because they were like Super Bowl favorites, and it's not like they put up a fight. They were trash. We were trash. So
their defense got destroyed.
Without Von Miller, they had no pass rush.
I wonder how much Josh Allen's elbow injury had to do with just all his picks and just inaccuracy towards the end of the year.
No, it was all year. All year.
I mean, some of the stuff he would throw, you're just looking at it like, why?
Yeah, without the coach.
Yeah.
Dable,
yeah.
He's reverted back to his old ways. His rookie
year and shit. Yeah.
He was playing like Ken Dorsey. When Ken Dorsey played for us.
Ken Dorsey. Shout out to Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey was cold in Miami, but he had everything around him. So
and he was shit in San Francisco.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, that Buffalo D-line should be ashamed of themselves, man.
Yeah.
With like all these backups as O-linemen for Cincy, you guys couldn't generate any pressure.
No pressure.
It's crazy.
That's your weather too. That's the kind of weather that you play in.
And mixing eight too.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. You're telling me without a 30-something-year-old Von Miller, y'all can't generate any pressure?
Right. Ridiculous. Right. So, but it is what it is. They gotta figure something out because that was home too. This offseason, they need to figure out that run game.
The run game? They got a whole lot to figure out.
Because clearly they can't depend on Allen to do everything. They just can't. They need to figure out a way to keep defenses honest because everybody's just playing pass. Like scary to run. And then obviously the defense has no pass rush without Von Miller, and he's old, so they need to figure something out there too. So, but yeah,
Like I was telling you, they play like a finesse team in an outdoor arena.
It's crazy.
You know what's crazy?
It's crazy.
If you look at Stephon Diggs on a couple of his routes, he had no footing. He was chopping his so bad, like, but yet you have
don't you practice in this weather?
It's like, do y'all not have longer studs?
Yeah, or even you should be like, this is your home. You should be able to
be an advantage for you.
Yeah,
practicing on the outside.
You should have been practicing in this weather. You know what I'm saying? So, or like simulating this weather, knowing that it's coming.
You would think they were a team from Florida that just came up and they're like the
old Manning days when we were in the dome.
Miami put up a better fight against Buffalo than what Buffalo did against the Bengals.
Right. Shit is wild, bro.
The only reason why Miami didn't win was because they were down to their fourth backup. I'm sure they probably would have beat Buffalo.
You can't win an NFL game with a guy named Skyler. It's just
no Diggins, but Skyler.
I'm not. Let me not even go there.
But yeah, I mean,
he's no Brock. Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting off season for him. Again, they're gonna have to figure out that run game because if they come back like this again, I expect a lot of the same shit when it comes down to the playoffs.
Are there any running backs coming out in the draft? Are there any?
There's some good ones. Bijan from Texas.
From Texas.
Shit.
Nice.
That boy nice.
Yeah, but is he gonna drop that far?
Robinson.
Is he gonna drop that?
Yeah, he's nice. He's very shifty. He's
they
big.
were trying to mark him to the Eagles. I'm like,
maybe they'll pick up Saquon.
Picking the running back.
That's very nice though.
Maybe they'll go after Saquon.
Nice.
Well, Miles Sanders.
You said they'll let Saquon go?
No, maybe Buffalo will go after Saquon.
Oh yeah,
maybe they don't franchise him.
Maybe.
I mean, Kareem Hunt is going to be available. There's a bunch of them going to be available.
That's why I think that $12 million, they're probably going to tell them to kick rocks because there's going to be a lot of running backs available.
Yeah,
you're not taking $6 or $7 million. See ya.
Forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Texas dude is nice. He's
Bijan. Oof.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice.
I think he's going to be going by
very shifty and he's got some power.
First round.
No, I think in the 20s because this draft is deep at cornerback too, and there's a lot of good quarterbacks in here too.
You'll be lucky to get in the first round. I think you come out early
late 20s.
Yeah. And they're saying that there's not really any first round wide receivers.
What's that?
They're saying that there's not really any first round wide receivers.
No.
I hear it's deep at corner. I mean, the quarterback class is decent too, so.
Yeah, I've heard corner. What about linebackers?
Linebacker, I didn't hear that.
What about
Hey, you never know.
I haven't really checked.
Corner is what I'm hearing.
O-line, corner and O-line. Like Joey Porter's son, they have him going in the first round, first 10.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see. Because I feel like last year's draft class was weak.
Oh, it was definitely weak. Quarterback wise, it was weak.
I mean, just overall. I think the talent was weak last year.
Defense,
just a few stand-ups, but overall, they were just.
They were not that.
They were more like depth.
There were no sure hits, right?
Yeah, it was more like depth, than starters.
It was like trying to.
At the end of the day, though, you never know where a motherfucker's going to come from the draft. I mean, Fred Warner, 3rd round, Dre Greenlaw, 5th round, Kittle, 5th
and
round.
It's only year 1. By year 3, we'll have an idea who's who. Like someone might thrive next year and be like, oh shit.
Sometimes it just goes to who's got the mental to play the game. I mean, you can be a freak of nature, but if you can't, Trent Richardson, if you can't find the hole.
Even look at Stephon Diggs. He was a 5th round pick.
That fucking trade. I was never for it.
I was in tears when they traded that.
I told Rex too. I was like, bro, I don't trust this GM, dog. I told him this was our second. This was the second year. I was like, yo, this GM he's not it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna trade him for first round.
We fucking had him for another 4 years.
First round for a running back.
The funny part was Irsay was teasing it the whole damn
Yes, you saw before it even happened. Oh, there's something big, something
big. Colts fans, just wait. Something big's coming up. Was it 2 first rounders?
No, it was 1.
No, it was just 1.
I wouldn't trade it. I still wouldn't trade the first round.
You know why?
Was it 1 and a 3?
Huh?
Was it a 1 and a 3?
No, it was just the first round.
Was it just a 1?
Oh, it was a 1. But the thing is, fucking Grigson had been missing on the first round picks. That affected us because he wasn't if he had hit on the previous first round picks, the
Andrew Luck was still
only
there.
first round pick he hit on was an obvious one, was Andrew Luck. But then after that,
That was the number 1 pick, man. Unless you're Oakland, if you can't get that number 1 pick, there's something wrong with you.
man,
Oh
real
man.
peak, man, real peak. But yeah, it is what it is. Last game, the Cowboys and the Niners.
The pain.
Cabo,
The pain.
Cabo.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh,
How about them
Cabo.
Cowboys, bruh?
It wasn't an ass.
I
Stop
don't even know
dissing,
Who should
you
take
guys
the
need
wheel?
to
There's
stop
two of y'all
treating
here.
You guys
No,
are
who
treating
should take
Dak
the wheel?
badly,
It's
man.
well, I know who shouldn't take the wheel. It shouldn't be Dak because that motherfucker don't know where he's going.
Golly, Dak, man.
I mean, he
2 picks.
aside
Dak.
from the picks, like that first
He
pick, I was
was
like,
the
what the fuck was
3.
he throwing?
You know
But-
what?
No, but he jumped. That was a good one. Dude jumped
No.
around.
When
Like,
he threw that pick, I was like, oh, they on that bullshit today.
nah, but the way dude jumped,
No, it-
if
Well,
an
he
inexperienced
threw a
corner
dead
wouldn't
duck.
have.
Mm-mm.
He threw a dead duck inbounds.
Wait, so Michael Gallup run a terrible comeback route. The DB
Sure.
run the route for him,
Yep.
but Dak hitched it 3 times.
Yep.
Gallup is not getting any separation. So how if you hitch it 3 times, what do you think the DB is standing there doing?
Like I was
Nah,
saying,
but I thought the DB turned and it was like, oh,
No.
yeah, boom.
No, he ran the
hitched it.
comeback route,
He
and
ran
he
the
almost
comeback route
ran
for
it too good.
the reality is San Francisco has the best defense in the NFL. And
True.
the Dallas Cowboys are probably the most predictable offense in the league. They have
Well,
one receiving threat and a
but
tight end.
I
That
will
is
say this.
subpar.
I will say this. Dak. So Tony Pollard going out the game really
huge.
changed them. Huge.
Yeah, it killed us.
Yeah.
Zeke can't move. Zeke can't do
know,
shit.
yeah,
All he can do is
He's a
eat.
tackle.
And fucking. But that one play where Fred Warner is covering CeeDee Lamb all the way back to the end zone,
I remember that.
T.Y. Hilton could have walked.
I saw
in
that.
wide
I saw that.
Wide
T.Y.
open.
was wide open.
Wide
open.
open.
And that wasn't the first time he missed an open read.
the,
I mean,
the Gallup
first
interception.
The Gallup
The
interception.
Gallup. Ty had like 7-yard separation.
I know.
Dude,
But
did
but
you
also
guys
he
only
had the
dress
check
2
down of
running backs
Zeke
that
with
day?
10
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
That was
I'm
your
shocked
mistake.
that you guys didn't go to Ty. I think he had one target the whole game,
And it was a big first down.
and he is literally your second best receiver.
Dak
Have to
was
see.
just like
the Fred Warner,
predetermined before the snap who he's throwing it to. I don't
Dak-
care what the defense is. I'm throwing it
Dak
here.
against zone sucks.
Yeah. All
And,
season.
It was so predictable.
and the interception that Fred Warner had, that's just because Jimmy Ward can't catch.
Wait, you
And
know
then
it's a bad
had
intersection.
6, but he can't catch.
You know it's a bad one when 2 players have an opportunity to catch.
Shout out to Penguin Goats. They tuned in for a second.
No,
We got one.
we got one.
they came for the Niners Cowboys review.
I know.
But
No.
Trayvon Diggs dropped one, like an easy one.
Nah,
Wait,
but,
okay,
yo,
forget
the Cowboys defense played. I gotta give it to them. They played
Micah
well.
Parsons
they
was.
played
put
like
one
Michael Parsons, they wiped them out.
We did not run one screen because they blew every fucking one of them up. Everyone.
I feel bad for the defense because the effort they gave, and they were
Defense played
undermanned.
pretty well.
And they were undermanned to slow down McCaffrey, Elijah Moore, to slow down even Kittle. Kittle had 5 for 95, but then
What up, Penguin Goats?
I think they're no longer with us, but they were earlier.
oh okay.
Yes, hi, everyone.
like 10 minutes ago.
No, but it's like we literally shut down all these weapons,
Yo,
and then
McCaffrey
you're
was badly
throwing
McCaffrey,
picks. You're throwing picks,
and not even close ones, not even good ones.
and even after the picks, they held them to 6 points on both picks. Held the Niners. If we told you Debo will only have like 45 yards, and McCaffrey would have less than 50 yards, and Ayuk and all these players, even Nick Bosa won't have a sack.
How about this?
You tell me.
How about if somebody would have told you that your highest scoring player was Dan Maher?
I know, right?
But honestly, if that ball wasn't tipped, it was still going.
He shanked it way left. He shanked it way left.
Yeah.
We almost blocked it better for him.
You need to fucking look for a kicker next year, bro.
Seriously.
It was like the guy was lined up all the way left, and he blocked the kick. I'm like, dude.
Your kicker was liquored up, bro. The kicker was liquored up, bro.
Yo, my dog
was. Jerry Jones had to come talk to him like, dude.
Man,
Trayvon Diggs is the only thing that I'll say I have a problem with on the defense, man, because that Kittle catch. If you watch that Kittle catch, the run to a bubble,
he could have.
He just leaned with his shoulder.
He could have gone for the pick,
murdered him,
and taken a shot from Kittle, or he could have blown him up.
And he missed both.
He closed his eyes and turned his back and was like,
"Yeah." Kittle just said,
"Business decision."
Kittle would have knocked the shit out of him, though.
Yo, if Kittle wasn't wearing that big ass helmet, it wouldn't have bumped off his helmet in the first place, and he would have caught it earlier. But he's wearing that extra large, like
an alien dome.
Him and Bosa wear that shit, and they just knock motherfuckers.
I'm like, come on, Trayvon, man.
Wow, man.
And that same drive, the ball hit him in the bread baskets. I'm like, okay, if you're not gonna tackle, at least picks are what you do. Get us a pick.
Hey man, the Diggs brothers decided not to show up.
All right,
they did not show up.
I think one called the other, and it was like, let's get off quick, man.
No, what we figured out in the second half was stop all this cute motion and this and zone blocking. We would just run it up the middle. Put Trent Williams and Juice check, open up a gap.
The defense was gassed at that point.
Yeah, man.
Because that touchdown, McCaffrey wasn't even touched.
Yeah, after Pollard went out, your passing game was exposed. You have nothing.
Because Kellen Moore comes from the Jason Garrett tree.
But not only that,
why?
Like we said also, like there were ample opportunities to hit T.Y. If you had hit T.Y. a few times, it would have had Niners like oh, we need to cover this guy.
Dak played like crap. He's catching a lot of heat from Cowboy Nation.
If I were y'all, he's
catching heat from his own Twitter account.
DeAndre Hopkins, man. Yeah, the Cowboys, like
the Cowboys Twitter threw Dak under the bus.
Seriously.
And it's still up. Yo,
they did.
It's still up. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I think Jerry Jones was probably aware this shit was going down.
What did they say?
Hold on.
Pretty much they were talking about how Dak admitted he, wet the bed. Like it was on him. This game is on him.
Here we go. The official Dallas Cowboys Twitter account. Dak Prescott gave the ball away twice in the narrow loss to the 49ers in a matchup the Cowboys had a chance to win if they didn't generate self-inflicted wounds. From the official Twitter account.
Yeah.
And nothing goes out. I'm sure Jerry Jones knew that thing was going out. Because
the one thing I like with the Joneses, especially when it comes to the Cowboys website, they allowed the guys to write whatever. You see articles bashing Jerry. You see articles bashing players. Articles talking about like when he cut Amari and he they went in on him. Yeah, they went in on him.
You're seeing the consequences.
Yep, you clearly go trade for DeAndre.
It's clearly Dak was not confident when T.Y. Because T.Y. was.
We just have to be honest. Dak is not like Mahomes. He's not. We even saw Rodgers without weapons struggle. That's why I'm like, these quarterbacks taking all this money, you need help.
Yeah.
You can't.
And that is where certain teams are gonna sit their wide receiver down and say, their quarterback down and say, yo, we can give you all this money, but you're not gonna have weapons. And if you have a GM that doesn't know how to draft, good luck. Because a good GM is going to draft some wide receivers on a rookie deal like CeeDee Lamb and all of them, and then maybe have some production.
Other than Pittsburgh, it's hard finding wide receivers in the 6th round and 5th round. You're not going to draft a wide receiver with a first round every year, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Minnesota did it with Justin Jefferson. Eagles tried it. It didn't work.
No, Eagles tried to get Rager thinking he could be another Debo or Ayuk.
I know.
Stop there.
He's not even
Stop
doing
thing.
anything.
JJ or whatever.
JJ disappeared. Who disappeared into
And then
whatever.
the one who dropped all the balls, who
Aguilar.
was it? Aguilar.
Oh yeah, he
Aguilar
kind of.
out of 2017, he was good.
And then when he went,
he went to the Raiders.
When he went to the Raiders, he had a decent year too.
He had the drops in Philly, man.
He was all right.
I remember when a dude rescued a baby from a burning
I remember
house.
that. I remember.
Said, I was just catching them babies, unlike
Aguilar. Only in Philly.
That was classic. I forgot about that.
No.
I forgot about that.
No, here's the biggest only in Philly shit you will ever hear. CJ Gardner Johnson got his car stolen from the fucking players' lot.
How? I don't get that. Nah, seriously, I'm like, what kind of security?
Yep.
Did he find it? Or
it is.
Apparently,
it's all on video. But he was like, "Damn, I got my shit took after a win."
That's all right.
Only in Philly, dog.
Only in Philly.
Damn, Philly, y'all wow.
This is
only in Philly where an accident happens and they just get up and walk out of the car like, bye-bye.
Yo, did y'all see the dudes? The car flipped over on the freaking Platte Bridge. And the dudes got out the car and just kind of pushed it to the one lane so people could get to the tailgate.
It's wild, bro.
They
pushed the fucking car to get the tailgate. Like
they don't play with their football over there, man.
Dog. That is why it's hard for opposing offenses to just come in and just if you come in and you get a win, it's like, oh, thank your stars.
Yeah.
Well, when the team is really good, because I was here for a couple years, man, where it sucked coming to games.
They booed.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there was one season, every home game I came to, I think we lost.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Was this after Andy Reid?
It was
Chip Kelly.
It was Chip Kelly's last year.
Chip Kelly.
Oh yeah, the Chip Kelly era. The Chip Kelly era, dog. Peak.
That was the worst.
Yeah,
that was the worst.
Let's get rid of Shady. Let's get rid of
let's
keep Riley Cooper.
Bro,
dude, if this guy coaches another year, I'm just gonna pull a Rex and just be like, that's it. I'm not.
You know what? I was so sad when they fired him.
I was so happy, dude. I was at work. They just came across.
Like, what are you guys doing? Keep him.
And I was in court when we fucking hired him.
Oh, yeah, you guys picked him up right after. It was
because when he got rid of Shady and D-Jax, I was like,
dude,
my coach
is
right
this guy
here
on drugs? I'm like, dude,
this is my coach right
He
here.
traded Shady McCoy for Kiko Alonso.
It was like this, dog.
We don't have to deal with these weapons anymore.
Hey, but did it matter for the Cowboys?
No,
we had Jason Garrett.
Baltimore did not have Ravens the last time. Baltimore did not have Ravens the last time y'all were in a conference championship game. And guess what? Brock Purdy has as many playoff wins as Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Just saying.
Damn.
Brock Purdy, man.
You know how many conference championship games Blake Bortles has played in? More than any Cowboy.
That's true. He went to the AFC Championship one time.
Do you remember that one year? It was it? It was Brady against Bortles.
Yeah,
and
AFC Championship.
And that was Saxonville.
That was
Saxonville, right?
When they had that defense that was literally legendary.
Yeah. When Jalen Ramsey was like, we're gonna beat
versus Brady.
Yeah, that was Jalen's rookie year, I think. Or sophomore.
I think it was the sophomore.
It was a sophomore year.
And then that third year is when he started saying, when he came to training camp with the Brinks truck.
Yeah. That's true.
And they're like, all right, let's send you to LA.
I think that I was reading it. They're about to move on from him.
He tweeted some cryptic shit with like pictures in Rams uniform saying if this is it is what it is and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's rumors.
What, they're trying to save some cap space?
Oh, they're in salary cap hell and they have no picks.
Yeah,
that's good for you though, Linos.
Rams.
Well, we don't have early picks, but we have a lot of picks because.
No, I mean it's good for you in the sense that that's a gimme in your division.
But the Seahawks are on the up.
Hopefully, we were dog shit and we were still beating the Rams.
And we don't know, how the GM is going to be in Arizona.
And you don't know what Seattle's going to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have mad picks.
Yeah.
They got mad picks.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
let's see.
So right now, like they're in the top 5, and you have Geno. So what do you do? Do you draft a quarterback? Do you go defense? Like it's crazy.
Man, don't pay Geno, man.
I would.
They're probably going to pay him. It's probably going to be about the same amount of money DJ is going to get.
I would still draft a quarterback.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you can never. So a friend of mine came up with a theory that, I thought wasn't too crazy. Draft a quarterback every 3 years, because at the end of the day, you can pay all the pieces you need and rotate in.
Especially if you're in a top 5 position like they are, you're getting premium quarterback.
But that's what I'm saying, because the window is 4 years.
Factory.
Yeah.
Once you have that rookie quarterback, if he's decent, that window is 4 years. Once you pay him, it's done.
Yeah. The only quarterback I think that has had big money and won a Super Bowl was Peyton with the Broncos, and then the Tom Brady's. Because
but Brady always restructured though. Brady always restructured to get the
Brady was taking less.
Peyton with the Colts was like a top 3 quarterback paid as well. He's like the highest paid at that time.
But they weren't taking stupid amounts of money like they are now. Like look at fucking Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
50 million.
The thing is this, it will be cool if, let's say, yes, the quarterback gets that 40, 50 mil, but you need to work something out where it's like, hey, every year I'm going to come to you and ask you to restructure. Get us some $30 million relief.
That's what they did with Brady.
That's what they were doing with Brady. Like every year they'll go to him like
fake years.
Fake years, restructure, get $20 million back on the cap.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But a lot of these quarterbacks put all these clauses in their contracts where you can't really restructure their contracts. Like Dak, like he has all these things in his contract where you can't restructure. Now they're talking about
1 more year, man.
Exactly. So after
but it's not even just the quarterbacks. Like, look at the money some of these wide receivers are making now. 30 mil?
Yeah, but wide receivers, some
will be a lockout again.
But wait, we clearly have seen even the wide receivers, you need 2. You can't, just 1 is not enough.
That is the reason why this dude reset the market. This dude with Jacksonville, what's his name? Christian Kirk. Jacksonville messed up the market for everybody, man.
Yep, just kind of like the Browns with the quarterbacks and the guaranteed contract.
Diggs, he can't do it alone. He needs a number 2.
And here's the thing.
I mean, they're both paid though.
Devontae needs a number 2.
No, but check it this way: you got just
Ravens need a number 1.
Ravens needed just number 2. No, but think about it.
They got that Eagles from Minnesota.
Eagles got a big money wide receiver, but they also got a big wide receiver on a rookie deal. Niners, Debo got paid. Ayuk is on a rookie deal. Cowboys,
CD is coming. CD,
but that's what we got.
The Chiefs.
So that means y'all need to draft a wide receiver.
We're paying Patrick and Kelsey.
Yeah,
they're probably either going to draft the receiver or they're going to get a free agent. I don't know who's out there.
They're better off trading. I would trade for a wide receiver. I would trade for D-Hop or if I were the Cowboys, I would trade for.
And they're back to the what you call it.
I mean,
they're back to the Cooper scenario again.
Well, you've learned your lesson at that point.
Yeah, but then Jerry's going to be like.
Jerry, they need to do what the 49ers did to their owner. Steven needs to send Jerry into retirement. Like, bye-bye, be gone. Like, leave.
We need
too much trouble.
They admitted all season that we need a wide receiver. They went after Brandon Cooks. They went after the Denver Judy. Yeah, and then they tried getting OBJ. They clearly admitted that they messed up. So this year they're going to go for a wide receiver. I'm like,
where? In the draft or in free agency or in the trade?
I think free agency.
That's what I think too.
I don't think are there any free agent wide receivers? Is there any?
I haven't looked into it.
You never know who's going to be a cap casualty, and you never know what some team is going to do with somebody coming up for a deal. Maybe like
I think it's going to be a trade. If anything,
in a weird way, I'm kind of nervous. What if we decide to pull like a Buckner deal out of nowhere and we trade Ayuk?
Mm-hmm.
That would piss me off, but
but
I know like someone like Brandon Cooks, He said he's not ready for a rebuild. He wants out of Texans.
He might be. That could be a pickup,
right?
Third round pick.
Or even if this dude at Tampa, if Brady's not going back,
Evans, Godwin,
if Brady's not going back, he might decide, look, I don't want to play with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I don't want to rebuild.
They got Blaine Gabbert, man.
Blaine Gabbert.
He beat out Kaepernick when Chip Kelly was coach.
That's
shit.
Minshew is even better than Gabbert, and I don't even think Minshew is that good.
You love Minshew before the Cowboys game.
Let's dive into the previews for next week. We got the 49ers at Eagles first at 3.
Yeah, I'm not very confident. Right now, Brock Purdy only had to really worry about Micah Parsons and maybe Lawrence every now and again. But the Eagles D-line, man, Hassan Reddick is going to murder that poor boy. I don't feel good about it.
He balled out this year. He balled out last year too, but this year he's doing his thing.
Yeah, their defense is all back healthy. They stop
nice corners. Nice corners.
They don't stop the run the best, but they do enough. And if we can't throw the ball off of it because they're in our backfield because McGlinchey's getting thrown like a doll. And then one of the biggest troubles that we have is with a quarterback that can scramble. I mean, Dak was the leading rusher, I think, for the Cowboys last week. And now Jalen Hurts is coming. And we play zone. I mean, yeah, we play zone, but still, we're still following guys. And I don't know who's drawing up the plays for the Eagles, but so many of his runs this past week, there's nobody within 10 yards of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Charvarius Ward is.
You gotta respect the weapons.
So
everybody was covered. There was so many lanes.
I'm gonna be in that stadium. I'm gonna be wearing my 49ers shit. It's not gonna be red, so I don't stand out like a thumb to get beat on. But I'm not the most confident. And I can accept that because at least we beat the damn Cowboys and with a Brock Purdy.
Damn, bro.
So we got Brocky Balboa.
And Philadelphia Spectrum.
And hopefully knock out Apollo Creed. But I had an argument with my brother tonight, and he was telling me, I have a feeling the 49ers are going to upset them. And I was arguing with him against that. And how he was dumb. I'm gonna be pulling for my team. I'm gonna be sad as shit if we lose. I'm gonna be happy as shit, but quiet if we win. And I'm gonna call one of you guys on my walk home to make sure that I get home safely.
Don't call me.
Don't call me.
Call him.
I'm gonna call him. He's gonna be on the phone like
my man next to Nap says, "Call me."
I'm gonna be walking home with one AirPod in, going like, "Tony, I think they're following me."
He's a Niner. He's a Niner.
Hilarious.
At the end of the day, though, with all the Eagles fans that even I sit with and just around here that I'm seeing on social media, there's not that shit talking like it was against the Giants or if it would have been the Cowboys. I mean, last week, Eagles fans and 49ers fans were unified in the common goal and the demise of the Cowboys. So we got that mutual respect. Yeah. But it's the top two teams, and hopefully it's a heavyweight fight that lives up to all the hype. And I hope we don't get blown out.
Yeah.
Because I would be really sad. And I would be showing up to court drunk the next day, probably, and lose my job.
Take courage, Beatles. Take courage.
It's okay. You'll survive.
Hey, at least my quarterback's not Dak.
I mean, at the beginning of the season, I said this and people laughed. I wish I could go back and play it. I said the Eagles were going to go to the Super Bowl.
I remember that. I was like, don't do it, Kweku. Don't do it.
Hey, I said we were going too. I said we were going too.
My stand stays on that, but I'm going to say this. It could go in any direction. I mean, another thing I said, I don't talk trash to people outside of the NFC East. So I'm not, Minos, you're not going to hear from me.
Nope.
I've even spoken to any 49er fan, and usually they're like hitting me up like, dude, you're not talking. I'm like, nah, let me just chill. Because these are like, just like how he has concerns, 49ers have a good defense. I mean, they have a very good defense.
They are very fast on defense.
They're very fast. I mean, yeah, you could run against them. I saw Cowboys were somewhat successful running against them.
With Pollard,
see that.
Yo, Hufanga almost took the handoff from Dak at one point.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
I mean,
and
but
the helmet.
they're very good. That's a very good team. I mean, defensively, even offense. I mean, as much as Purdy had his struggles here and there, I still wouldn't sleep on him. They had a very good running game. I mean, overall, I like our chances. I like the Eagles' chances. I mean, I like it. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like the Giants. Some people think it's going to be. I'm like, y'all are crazy. These are two. I'm not going to sleep on that's one team that I even said towards the end that I don't know if I want to face them, but I would prefer to face them versus facing the Cowboys. I'd rather face the 49ers because I don't want to play another team 3 times. And even though we're going to beat y'all, it's going to be boring. It would be like the Giants game where I was at the
We would have come in and whoop your ass.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Yeah, that's why you're in Cabo. Anyway,
you will join us.
The Eagles' only weak spot that I see is Jordan Mailata. He's their worst offensive lineman, and the other 4 are like top 10.
I mean, yeah, and for me, actually, I get scared also because Nick Bosa gets moved along the line a lot. So I'm like, dude, what if he comes to the right side and Lane is not 100%?
Yo, here's the crazy part against the Cowboys. So first play of the game, he almost gets to Dak, but for that holding penalty. The rest of the game, he was getting chipped and was double teamed almost every. There was one play he had 3 offensive linemen coming straight at him, which was
what I could see happen though. What I could see also happen is for them to have a similar game plan as they had with Micah Parsons, where Jalen's like, let him come, and then either they're gonna throw in his direction or they're gonna run in his direction. That's one thing I can see, even though, it's the difference between you guys and the Cowboys. You try to mess with Nick Bosa, you got Kinlaw and all of them. They can all come up.
Kinlaw ain't doing shit, and Omenay.
And the linebackers, you guys have good linebackers. I don't think Dallas is gonna be running around. I mean, he's gonna get his touches, but
and don't forget, we play a lot of Jimmy Ward as the third linebacker when we go to nickel too.
That's right. Devontae Smith. I mean, I'm sure AJ will be taken out of the game, but I expect a big day from Devontae.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, he's a big wide receiver, and none of my corners are big. And Ward has been having a tough playoff. I mean,
Lenore could get cooked.
I mean,
if they put him on Devontae
receivers in back-to-back weeks. Metcalf and CD all went over like 120 yards.
But also on the flip side with the Niners offense, I mean, Kittle, I don't know. We got to see how we're going to stop Kittle because that's going to be a tough matchup.
But both of my running backs are good, but are dinged up. McCaffrey and Mitchell both got leg issues right now.
McCaffrey, yeah. I mean, that's.
And I bet you're not going to play him now after his domestic violence arrest.
But you guys have Debo.
I'm still going to play him.
No, because we'll probably. I think I would say, one, if he did what he did, fuck it, don't play that motherfucker. Two, Drake Jackson hasn't played yet in the playoffs. For some reason, he's been inactive the first 2 weeks. And he is a lot quicker, so maybe he'd be a lot better in setting the edge on Jalen and Miles. So who knows?
I mean, it's all I know is this. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very good one. It will be one for the books.
Earlier in the day, so I can actually.
I was wishing that it would be at night. I wanted that late night game, man.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm going to be walking home in the dark, anyways.
And he's in Philly too.
In the late dark.
So you know how it is.
It's different. It's like, dude,
he's a Niner fan. get him.
But it's true. If you play late at night and you lose, it sucks when you go to bed.
And it's supposed to be like mid-50s on Sunday here too.
Oh, damn.
Fall weather.
49ers are getting good weather, man.
Yeah.
Yo, it's
right.
great. I might wear shorts.
It's going to be crazy, though. I mean, maybe you might get Meek Mills perform this time around.
You and Meek every week.
I know, right?
You might get some Meek Mills, man. Nah, he said it was some rock, some country singer.
You want him to bring that God chop, huh?
Yo, I don't know who the hell that dude was that was singing at halftime. It was like gospel country.
They need Meek Mills, man. They need Meek Mills in that joint.
Now they don't. You know what they need? They need to bring the Frisbee Dogs back. That is the greatest halftime show ever.
I remember that.
The Frisbee Dogs.
Frisbee like 100 yards, and this dog is on it, man. Greatest shit I've ever seen.
Well, they could bring the military band.
But because it's the early game, we might get a cool flyover.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true.
More than likely.
The last early game that was
be rocking though.
Farmer.
We got we also got the night game. Bengals at Arrowhead.
Burrowhead.
I see an upset here, man.
Is it really an upset if the Bengals win?
Yeah. Is it? Is it though?
They did it last year.
It's not. I don't think it's the reason why I don't even think it's that much of the upset is because Mahomes is injured,
and the Bengals are better than what they were last year.
They have weapons for days.
And I don't think Casey can stop their run or stop Chase.
Yeah, Joe Mixon is going to be very key.
You have Chase,
considering how beat up the O-line is.
Yeah,
Mixon is going to keep them honest. So Mixon has to be, and Pirine have to keep.
They're going to do their thing. They're going to do their thing. I mean, the only place that I'll worry about with the Bengals is the secondary. But
is the what?
The secondary. That's where I might be a little concerned.
Eli Apple falls far from the tree.
The defense has actually been playing well the last like 4 or 5 weeks. So
didn't Eli
stay
Apple
off Twitter, man?
No.
Eli Apple,
no way.
What's that?
Eli Apple make the Pro Bowl? How?
No.
Nah, he needs to stay off Twitter, like his uncle always tells him. Like, stay your ass off Twitter, man.
But their defense has been playing well collectively. So that. But then it's
that's what the thing. The front seven, they have a solid front seven. The DNs are like solid, but the back end, besides the safety, they're little baits. They
got some good linebackers too, though.
Yo, and what's crazy is the Ravens should have beaten them.
Yeah, without Lamar.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that QB sneak
fumble.
Yeah.
But also the thing with Kansas City too, I've said this over and over. I don't trust their defense. I don't know why.
That defense is not.
Their defense is.
They lost a lot of people from last year. We took their number one corner. They lost Honey Badger, and they
They did. I mean, they went after that dude from Houston.
They drafted the Greek dude, the DN. He's played okay.
Heck
yeah. I mean, they have one or two pieces that are pretty good. Like you have what's the dude that was exposing his ball? What's his name?
They have a very good D tackle, one of the best in the league.
The D tackle, Jones. Yeah, Chris Jones. Yeah,
the problem.
No, but he chooses which games he shows up for.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He's good, but he's not like he's good. He's pretty good, but like you get one or two people like Clark. Clark is good.
He also chooses which games he shows up for.
Collectively, they're not that great.
No.
Yeah, we'll see though.
I would rather see the Bengals in the Super Bowl than to see them.
Man, the Bengals make the Super Bowl again.
As in out on the AFC side, I'd rather see them in the Super Bowl.
Well,
that would be a good game.
We've already gotten blown out this year by the Chiefs, so I'd almost rather face the Chiefs so we can avenge that.
We are one of their 3 losses. Just had to throw that in there.
Put it in there.
Hey, the Broncos,
and then we got to play Chiefs again next year.
The Broncos, Falcons, and Bears can all say they beat us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
God.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Next week by this time, we'll know who's in the Super Bowl.
One of y'all gonna be in the Super Bowl, huh?
One of y'all will be joining us in the bleachers.
One of y'all will be in Cabo.
Yep. We got your margarita ready for you.
Yeah, seats are warm.
Tequila is prime since you
Hey.
made it to the conference.
Hey,
Made
no
sure
matter
top
what,
shelf
no matter
tequila
what
for
though,
you.
whichever team goes to the Super Bowl from the NFC, I'm gonna want them to win regardless.
I can't do that.
So, Abel, could you just pick one of the teams? You
I've
got
had
the 49ers, you got the
I've had
Eagles,
season tickets for 10 years, man. I've become one of them, kind of.
and
You're
I'll
telling
come
me
to
to pick the
parade.
two teams I
come
hate,
stay-
one of
I'll
them
come
to
and
win
holler
the
at you,
Super
at the parade.
Telling me the two teams I hate,
man.
the Eagles and then the Niners. I should pick one to win the Super Bowl.
This
So
is like watching the Giants and the
to
Cowboys
close
in the
out,
Super Bowl. Like,
close out, we're gonna have just a quick rundown. Minos, who do you think is gonna win between you and the Eagles?
I think it's gonna be an Eagles-Bengals Super Bowl.
What about you, Abel?
I think Niners, Chiefs. No, Bengals. Niners, Bengals. I go Bengals.
Kweku?
I think it's going to be Eagles, Bengals.
Damn. I think it's gonna be Niners. Eagles is close, man. The Eagles are good, man. So, but I think it's gonna be Niners.
I hope y'all are right.
Nah, it comes down to the run game. The Eagles can
Yes.
slow down the run game.
Niners, Bengals, man. Bengals on
The Eagles will be good.
Y'all slow down our run game.
Bro, Dan Quinn did a phenomenal
Eagles are
job
damn
game
good.
planning for you guys.
Like
man.
I have no shame if they win, if they go, because they're good, man. They're really,
No,
really good.
Eagles are loaded.
They're like
Eagles
really,
are
really
loaded.
I
good.
mean,
So, but
Purdy, I mean, you guys gave him work, but
it's just
I'm not
But
saying that.
Dan
I
Quinn
think- I don't-
knows.
For
yeah, I
me,
don't
it's
think
like
he's faced anybody like
physical, the
Eagles.
physical ball game.
I think better than any coach, Dan Quinn does understand Kyle Shanahan's offense more than anybody. Because
I think-
whose offense
yeah.
was he running when he got to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, he was the most familiar. And I mean, I think that might have been, with the exception of that damn Bears and Broncos game, our least rushing yards of the year.
Yeah.
I think
mean-
Dan Quinn did a good job. The thing
Yeah.
with the Eagles too is the Eagles have a way better O line than we do, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be hard pressuring
And
Jalen.
everybody's
It's like
back.
whoever is the most fit. Well, not necessarily, but I just in this time of the year, I just tend to favor the most physical team. That's why I'm going with the Niners.
See,
But
the reason
Eagles
why,
are-
yeah, the
No,
reason why I
Eagles
also
are
went with the
physical.
Niners is
They're
Eagles
also
haven't
physical.
played Niners in like 2 years.
No, last year
No, they played last year.
Oh, you played last year? Who won
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
we did, but it wasn't.
They did,
But it
but
was
it was-
because Sirianni was an idiot.
Mm.
Their first
Yeah,
play of the game was
Niners
a
are
90-yard
physical, man.
reception. And
yeah,
then,
that's the only reason I'm picking the
Yeah.
Niners. I think
Niners are
I
physical.
think the Eagles are a better team, top to bottom. But just
yeah,
that physical
better
aspect.
roster.
Yeah, the physical aspect is just what it just reminds me of the Colts and the Patriots. Those
I will
days.
say this: it
Like-
is a lot of work to tackle Kittle, Juice Check, Ayuk, and Debo
Mm-hmm.
and McCaffrey.
Yeah, like
Because they don't just go down. And
Yeah, I
did you
don't
see
think-
that hit that Elijah Mitchell put on that DB from Seattle at the end of the game? He knocked that
oh,
motherfucker
yeah,
another round.
yeah, man. Like
But
my
still,
experience, like the finesse, it's like those days with the Patriots, man. We were always we had a better team than them, but they were just,
AJ Brown is not finesse.
he's not. He's not.
He will carry 3 dudes into the end zone
I know.
and laugh.
He's my man. He came from my division, remember? Man, I know him all too well.
Nah,
Devontae
but
Yeah,
Smith
he left your
and
division and y'all
Ryan-
still couldn't.
My only
Yo.
my only thing is like Hurts. You know, how healthy is he? If he takes a couple of
I think he's
Hits.
completely
He's
out.
good. Hurts
if
is
he
good.
takes a couple of hits, you know,
Nah, he's good.
That's
He-
what-
he's-
that's what
my
and
Niners,
he's
they hit
avoiding-
hard, man.
he's also avoiding. He is sliding quite a bit. He's sliding more now.
Yeah.
Hey,
than he did in the past.
Jimmy Ward will still hit him when he
Yeah,
slides.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That's why they
Yeah.
throw the flag.
you would hit him out of bounds. You would hit him.
Yeah.
Don't throw the flag.
So D'Amico Ryans will hit the motherfucker.
If the Eagles can keep you guys honest, then it might be long.
I think
Look,
they-
man,
I think
all
it's
year I've been
gonna be a
saying,
long
like,
game. It's
when the
not-
Eagles were the only undefeated team, I was like, man, they are nasty, and I don't see anybody beating them. And I still feel that way. But we got a chance.
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
for
said,
sure.
so you're saying there's a
For sure.
chance.
And they're home, so I mean they're the clear favorites.
That's
But
where-
I just-
that's
my experience with the playoffs is the physical team usually wins. Not that they're not physical. I just think
the Eagles are physical. I mean, the Niners are physical, but the Eagles, I would not sleep on them.
Did you see?
I know. I'm absolutely not sleeping on them.
And I wouldn't sleep on the
No one is sleeping
49ers either. I would not sleep on the 49ers.
Eagles are loaded, man.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see what Jason Kelsey did to that man that weighed like 150 pounds more than him?
Wilson? Oh, he tossed him
one hand. With one hand.
Yes, out of here.
That's a grown man. That's a grown man.
Yeah.
That man has a family.
Yep.
Not even what Dallas Goedert did to what's his name?
McGlinchey.
The corner for the Giants.
McGlinchey. We talked about it earlier. Yeah.
I thought it was what's his name? What's the name of Adoree Jackson. I thought he tossed him like twice. Like, man, get your ass out. The touchdown. He flew on the other side.
Nah, I mean, Eagles are tough out because they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and then they got a scheme that's unique and confusing.
I just wish they would just come in and start
They're the
running.
favorites. Sirianni is that's the beauty of this game. They're both geniuses in offense, like Sirianni and
the only thing is,
I could say I wish the Giants had won. That's what I can idea.
The only thing is, Shanahan is gonna limit mistakes, right? He's gonna call a game that's gonna limit mistakes.
Yeah.
If the Eagles open up too much, 49ers they take the ball away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eagles get ahead early, and they've been doing it all year. Don't you remember like the
second quarter? Don't play with the Eagles in the second quarter.
and here's the thing, like in both games, the 49ers offense wasn't clicking until the second half. But if we get too far behind, we got to change our shit.
You want to beat the Eagles, you got to beat them in the second quarter, man. They come at you with waves in the second quarter.
For sure.
Because they're excited for orange slices at halftime.
Yeah, man.
What was like the first 7 games? It was like 21-0 every time halftime.
Yo, for the first 2 home games of the year was 28-0 at halftime, and they won the games like 28-7.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the second half, they're like, all right, we're done.
Right.
I mean, second half they start running the ball. That's when, I mean, when they score 2, 3, 4 touchdowns, it's like, okay, let's just run the ball. Yeah. But they have to stay with the run. I would say run, pass.
Yeah, if they stick with the run.
And that's the thing. 49ers, you can't just be thrown against them. Like, them boys.
They take the ball away.
Eagles also
take the ball away.
Eagles do, but they haven't really taken the ball away a lot lately. They will sack the heck out of you. Yeah, if you hold on to the ball too long, they're gonna get you. Like Hassan, he's smallish, but he does a lot of damage.
He is playing at home, man. He is from Camden.
Exactly.
Like his mom's cooking for him before game days.
Yeah.
It should be a good game, man. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
Anywho,
be in Arizona next week.
We have been streaming for almost an hour and 30 minutes. So let's wrap this one up. We'll be back again probably next week after the games with one of these 2 gentlemen joining us in Cabo with premium tequila. We'll find out who that is. But whoever streams and watches this with us, shout out to Penguin Goats and anybody else that is watching. In due time, we'll improve this product, but we still appreciate you guys for tuning in. And like that, we are gone.
Peace.